maybe I drop some news here because my wife is pregnant.
Oh, congratulations. I genuinely didn't know. I'm
Congratulations.
genuinely hearing this for the first time right now. That's
Same,
so
yeah,
cool.
same.
Yeah, true. Not
Oh,
too many
wow.
people know yet, actually. And I thought I'd drop it here.
Amazing.
Thank
Oh,
you.
wow.
Super
And it will
cool.
get
Congratulations,
even
guys.
better because it's not just one, but two child.
No! All right, guys. Welcome back to episode 36 of Kirsty Gilmore's Backup Podcast. And I'm here with Marvin and I'm here with Kirsty. And
Hey, guys.
maybe, Kirsty, you can just say something about this. to
No,
start.
you guys are my first and my most cherished podcast, and I'll go to the grave saying that. No, you guys are my ride or dies, my original podcast. I'm sorry, I've poured myself out to another podcast. It's an off topic though. It's not just badminton. It's coffee. It's sport. It's everything. So there's no conflict of interest, is what I'm trying to say.
I thought when we all signed our multi-million-dollar deal with the ShuttleSquad podcast that it was exclusive.
You signed a multi-million. I didn't sign a multi-million.
you didn't?
You guys are
Oh, we
getting
didn't
paid.
send her
Okay.
the contract.
You
That's
guys
the
are getting
problem.
paid.
Oh, okay, sorry. Then you can do another podcast. No problem. No,
I
nobody's
didn't get the
getting paid.
NDA.
No, shout out to Kirsty's new podcast project, Triple Shot.
Yeah.
Triple Shot podcast.
Triple Shot Podcast, yeah, which we're supposed to workshop names and brainstorm, but Patrick just said, what about Triple Shot, because it's like coffee related. There's 3 of us and it's badminton related, and we were like, yep, I think that's it. I think you got it.
Yeah, I like the name actually. I think there's from Starbucks. There's a Triple Shot espresso can thing.
Yeah.
We bought that in Denmark during the European Championships because we were working long hours in the editing, and this really works.
Oh,
It really
okay.
works. Yeah. So no Starbucks advertisement, but the Triple Shot is always
and
good.
we don't want a Starbucks advertisement, to be honest. That's no,
No.
thank you. We're about the independent roasters.
Yeah, I think I'm sitting here right now at the European Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Leipzig in Germany,
Wow.
drinking instant coffee as usual.
Oh, Jesus.
At those big events, it's always
You'll
worst.
You'll never make it onto the Triple Shot podcast if you keep drinking that garbage.
Yeah. I got to step up my game, but I would just focus on one podcast for now, so I cannot do the multi podcasting.
I don't know if I can either, so let's find out.
We will see. Guys, great to have you back. We're recording this without Christo because this guy is right now, while we're recording, playing a semifinal at a 750 in Singapore casually.
Easy.
You talk about me not being committed to the podcast. This guy thinks he can just be like, oh, I'm going to have to play a semi-final of a 750. See ya.
Yeah.
He forgets about us. We're too small for him.
Yeah.
And he is making money.
He is getting paid for the badminton at least.
So yeah, Christo, please get your priorities right. But yeah, Marvin, you actually cannot say too much because you also missed 1 or 2 episodes winning some tournaments.
Okay, fine.
So
Just not
yeah,
a 750, unfortunately.
Listen,
yet,
it all
At
counts.
least.
They all count.
Yeah. True.
Definitely.
We'll get there. Guys, how are you doing? Kirsty, you are not in Singapore anymore. You're already in Indonesia, getting ready for the next one.
We just arrived in Indonesia this afternoon, so yeah, happy. It's very comfortable here. I think my fun fact for this week, I think this is the 14th time I've been to this very specific area in Jakarta. I've never seen any of Jakarta outside of FX
Really?
Sudirman, Plaza Senayan, Senayan City, Istora. Yeah. It's my
Yeah, I
little
can relate to that.
yeah. This the area you just stay. You know where to get everything that you want. It's comfortable. You can get everything, anything, food, shopping. Coffee is great. Um, yeah, back to coffee, but it feels very at home here. So yeah, I'm happy.
But it's actually crazy that you guys, I mean, obviously people think when you are all around the world playing those tournaments that you also have time to experience everything. You obviously don't, as you say. But when you are like drop out of a tournament and then you have a few more days until you go to the next place, you also do not do too much of sightseeing because you also keep training and everything, right?
Yeah, then it just becomes a kind of training camp either for the next tournament that you're going on to the next week or for just, the tour never ends. Even if you're going home, you're probably only home for 2 weeks or something. So you just need to keep the ball rolling. Sometimes you will just, if you're mentally or emotionally just kind of drained, if it's the end of a 2 or 3 or 4 week trip, you will take a little bit more time and maybe go do some sightseeing, refresh. But yeah, for us right now, we're just kind of keeping training. Everyone's got some summer holidays coming up when we get home or in a couple of weeks. So yeah, it'll just be a train through trip for us.
Yeah, and then I think for some people, sightseeing is also just going out and eating and like looking at the area that you're in anyways. And basically that's what we are doing as well when we are on tour. Like, of course, we go out and eat, and like there are like 5-6 hours sometimes between training sessions. So obviously do something sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's also then it most of the time.
Well, I think the last time I was in Jakarta, I was like, no, come on, this is ridiculous. So I Googled things to do in Jakarta. And TripAdvisor was like a half-day excursion to Plaza Senayan for shopping and food experience. And I was like, I'm doing that anyway. So the whole thing was just like shopping or food, like day trips. And I was like,
visit a badminton tournament.
Yeah. Well, probably one of the things was go and catch a sports event because we're here like by the softball pitches and the baseball and the badminton and basketball also. So yeah, it probably is one of the touristy things to do in Jakarta is to go see some sport, we're definitely doing that.
We are the attraction.
We are there. Yeah.
Bold statement.
But true.
Yeah. Marvin, and you're at home at the moment, right?
Yes, correct.
I know the background, so that looks familiar. Yeah, we've seen that before.
Yeah. I'm back at home after 3 tournaments here in Europe, and I had a little off week last week, or like the week before after Réunion directly, where I went to Slovenia, went do some fishing actually with John Denison, our single coach. Amazing stuff. Funny. Yeah. 3.5 days of fly fishing. Caught multiple personal bests, which was amazing. So perfect week.
What did you catch?
Trouts mainly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Big ones.
Really big ones.
Yeah. Do you keep them to eat them, or do you just put them back?
It's catch and release. You actually also you could take them out, but then you have to pay more for the daily card that you buy, and we didn't want to do it anyways. And actually, John, he's a big fisherman, but he doesn't like fish, to eat it. So catch and release is normally the thing we do.
Cool.
It kind of sounds cruel, actually, but
a little cruel. Yeah, I can understand that, but it's part of the game in some kind of way.
All right, yeah. At least you had a great time. That's good.
Definitely.
Got your head off of the court a little bit, but things went quite well, actually.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, when you were in Reunion, did you manage to see anything? Because that must be that's a bit of a special place to have a tournament. It must be so annoying that you won the tournament and you were just playing the whole time.
Yeah, really annoying. I hate winning.
I know, right?
But actually, I didn't see anything. I was in the city center for 45 minutes once, and other than that, I only went to the hall, to my Airbnb, to the supermarket, and that was
so sad.
Yeah, but in some kind of way, I had my own apartment alone, just a little studio with a small kitchen and bed. Unfortunately, crazy amount of ants in the apartment, which was very
Oh.
annoying. But other than that, it was okay. And I managed to somehow get really into like thinking and watching only badminton in these 4 days that I was there. Like I was like, okay, I have the time now. It's super hot outside, and I'm wasted because of the like tournaments, anyways, and like a little tired and stuff. And also in the hall, it was like 30 degrees or even warmer, like no air conditioning and everything. So after every match, I was drained and also didn't want to go out. And then I just took my laptop and watched hours and hours of good mixed doubles badminton, because I also thought to myself, like, now is the chance to really wrap my head around how to play mixed doubles as good as possible and see what the best are doing. And I learned a lot in these hours of watching Seo, Chengzi Wei, and all these people who are really good at it. And yeah, it paid off, I would say.
Well, yeah, it worked, I would say.
Impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man. Like the turnaround with series and challenge matches is so quick. Like you could play a match and then just have like 3 hours later you have to play another one, like quicker than you would ever like have between training almost. So
Yeah.
the fact that you chose to spend that time with more badminton, that's
Actually,
a little crazy to me
ridiculous.
personally, because I like to step away a little bit. But yeah, I mean, like we say, it worked.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a doubles tournament, and I would be used to it and like know my stuff, and sometimes you have a good day, sometimes you have a bad day, kind of, then probably I wouldn't have done it. But like right now is the time for me to also like get into this mixed doubles thing again a lot and really understand it, and knowing what I'm doing and knowing my mistakes when I do them, rewatch my matches, learn from it as good as possible, talk with Tuk about it, develop together. Like it just takes time and energy, and also like the vision kind of. And that's what I thought I invest my time in.
So that's so cool. It sounds like you're so like energized about it and like so motivated about it, because like we spoke about on the previous podcast, there's a bit of badminton fatigue going around right now. So like the fact that you are so like excited to start this new project and to like make the absolute most of it and learn the absolute most you can right now is like it's super like nice to hear. Someone's
Yeah.
like really, really engaged with it.
But I
Yeah,
can also
thanks.
imagine that Marvin had such a long break of
Yeah.
badminton before the Olympics and everything, that the fatigue isn't there at the moment. It's still ready to push.
Yeah, it's always easier when it's something new to get really motivated, I'd guess. But yeah, I mean, I really want to take this chance. I really want to get back to playing in Indonesia, where you are right now, or Singapore, or whatever, and hopefully miss a podcast or two by playing a semifinal in the 750 and not in a challenge tournament. So yeah, that's the goal, and I know that I need to work hard for it, and I want to. So yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that's the like funny thing between like singles and doubles. Like with doubles, you have that opportunity, whether it was for a good reason or a bad reason, but you have the opportunity to like have a new partner and refresh your career and like really start over, start something fresh. But with singles, I'm just stuck with me, the whole time. It's me or me. So yeah, I get a little jealous when people get these like like I have the kind of times where I've felt a little low and then I've had a real refresh, and it might come with like a new coach or something. For me, that's about the biggest change that I can go through. Hopefully Ingo's not going anywhere anytime soon, and I hope he's listening to this. But yeah, for the doubles players, it's nice when they start something new, and it's really exciting. I like to see it.
Yeah, I can understand that absolutely.
Kirsty, maybe you have to switch rackets more often.
No, God, I can't go through that. Maybe a new shoe mod. No, I can't. My body can't handle that. Jeez. Yeah, I don't see many foresee many big changes coming up for me, but hey, maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe something will happen.
Talking about changes, there was some big discussions going on in the ShuttleSquad WhatsApp group with some new regulations and everything that especially you two guys were like going back and forth. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have the time to read all of that. So maybe you can enlighten us as you all discussed about it.
Yeah,
What's going to change?
Someone on Instagram, Cameron on Instagram, so he listened to our pod and then sent me the like fully happening, like these are happening changes for the 2027 to 2030 years of the tour, of the world tour in badminton. And yeah, there is some interesting things changing. The 1,000 tournaments are going to be played over 11 days. So not quite the 2 weeks like tennis, but 11 days, which is significantly longer than what we have now. The singles is going to have a group stage, then a knockout, and it's going to feature 48 entries. Doubles will remain the same, from my understanding. What were the other changes, Marvin? Can you remember?
A lot more Super 100 tournaments.
Yes, the 100s are going to be fully folded into like the world tour. Right now, I think there's a lot of leeway for the organizing countries, but they're going to follow the branding for the world tour. They're going to be fully encapsulated in the branding pathway or whatever the term was.
And then also the idea with especially the 11 days of the Super 1000, and I'm not sure if they try this with these smaller tournaments, like not that the 750 is a small tournament, but as well, that they want to cover every court fully as a TV court.
There's only going to be 2 courts. It's going to be played across 2 courts.
Yeah, and then like full commentary and all this kind of stuff, so that every player and every match gets kind of like the full attention.
That's good, actually.
Of course, timing is there always like difficult. If you play at 9 in.the morning, you won't get the same attention if you play at 5 in.the afternoon. But nevertheless, I think it's good that basically it's the same if you rewatch it on YouTube or whatever. I also really like that.
Yeah, the other one was countries can choose to add to the minimum prize pot financially. So BWF provides the minimum, and then countries can choose to add to the prize pot, and then that tournament will also be worth more ranking points, I'm led to believe. So I think, if we take the Singapore Open, for example, the Singapore players, or let's take Indonesia because that's quite a good example. Indonesian players tend to do very well in the Istora Senayan and in front of the home crowd. So I guess they're thinking that if they put more money into their home tournament, their home players will get more ranking points. And it'll attract more of the really big players. Perhaps, I guess that's the logic behind that.
And actually, the massive change is that the BWF will cover the prize money costs for the tournament. I think
completely.
That's a very big thing for the hosts of the tournament, because then they have a lot more money available for making the tournament actually nice for spectators, players, TV, advertisement, and all this kind of things. Maybe also sponsor VIP lounges, all this stuff that is important to make these tournaments happen and to make it a good event. I think that's a really, really good change from the BWF, and that they are willing to invest in this also shows their commitment. So that's a really good thing.
I think there was also a part, but I might have to fact check myself on this. There was also a part about helping to pay the tournament, because obviously small countries like Scotland, we're gonna, instead of paying for 5 nights at the hotel or 6 nights at the hotel, we're now gonna have to pay for 10, 11, 12 nights at the official hotel. So that I think they were gonna help cover that cost. as well in some way. But I'll need to read into the details about that. So
I don't know about that, but
yeah, but lots
Overall,
of
sounds quite
would be
interesting.
nice.
Yeah.
changes. Yeah, definitely.
And is that already like, is this a discussion or is this already decided and will happen?
I'm led to believe this is happening.
I think so too.
Nice.
Yeah. We can link to the document in the description or something, or in our bio
Yeah.
of our Instagram.
I'll put it in the show notes. I think
That's what
the
people say on
right term.
podcast, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
People do say that
I
on
think so.
podcast.
So guys, check the show notes for the full regulations. Yeah, that's really cool. I think especially the part I didn't know about that, and I hope this is true with BWF covering the prize money so that tournaments have more money for making the event better. That would be a huge change. And I really hope that tournaments still have the same amount of money available then and use it to improve the overall experience. Because, yeah, I think that's a huge chance to improve on all levels.
Yeah, definitely. In your experience just now, what differences are you seeing between the badminton and the gymnastics and the tennis that you were at last week?
Interesting one.
So actually,
We
in
don't
terms
normally
of
ask Thommy questions, so let's ask Thommy some questions.
True.
I have to get used to this. No, I mean, some of the badminton events are doing a really good job, actually, I think. But tennis, the event character of it is still on a different level, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I'm only visiting like tennis events in summer. And being outside, sunny weather, they have like nice arenas, nice venues outside, many like big brands promoting the whole thing and making the fan experience really cool. And you just like, I think it's way more fun to just hang out there and spend a whole day, because there's a match going on center court, and then you have 2-3 other courts, and if you want you can go, but people mainly go to the center court actually. And then, but outside there's so much happening that you can just spend your full day there, and also families with kids, there's so much to do. So I think that's actually really good, and that's what I mean, I haven't visited many tennis events until like I started working there, but that's like the biggest thing that I recognized. Like, okay, it's really cool to just be here and feel the vibe and spend your day. And then they have big video screens outside in the fan zones where you can watch the matches, but have a drink or get some food and just chill, you know, if you need a break, but still want to follow the matches. So that's really cool. And tennis is really good at that, I think. And here at gymnastics, I'm surprised how many people are here. It's crazy. I thought it was like a little event. I didn't, but there's like a huge, it's called like an International German Gymnastics Festival thing. And there are like, it's in the whole city of Leipzig. It's 80,000 participants in different sports. Like it's 23 different sports, 80,000 people here to participate, and 750,000 people coming to the city to watch.
Wow.
Oh,
so they said it's like
a lot.
It's probably the biggest sports event in 2025 worldwide, if I read that correctly, because there's actually so many people coming to this. Like it's a 1 week thing.
With those numbers, then I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, and this European Championship is just one part of the whole festival thing. So here's one place, like one big exhibition venue where the European Championships take place, and then the whole city is crowded with people just doing their own sport, having like little shows, whatever. Like it's, yeah. And I'm here covering this whole thing and just running around with a mic and doing stuff and doing fun videos. So you can watch that on the Hilo Sport YouTube channel if you want. Yeah, representing Hilo a little bit. Oh yeah, Hilo. Tickets for the Hilo Open are now on sale, and 15% off until end of July. Get your tickets now.
This podcast is just going to become an advertising spot to promote other channels and podcasts.
Other podcasts, other channels, anything. Yeah, but it's really interesting for me to also see some different sports events and also learn something for the badminton things that we're trying to do here in Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's quite interesting you say about the tennis and like just you could actually go to the tennis event and you could actually not watch any tennis but still have a great day.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
we come at badminton from such a purist point of view, and we're so like focused on the performance of it. And like obviously, if you want to come and watch badminton or come to a badminton event, you will want to watch the badminton. But actually, I'm thinking from more of like a family perspective, and like for a family day out, you would just want somewhere that has like a bunch of stuff. And like if you happen to watch some badminton, that's great. And if you don't, that's also fine because there's enough things to entertain the kids and the adults and the
Yeah.
teenagers, and like to make it more of like an entertainment day rather than like
Yeah.
we come at it from a purely like high quality badminton performance day, but it's really not that to so many people.
I think especially if you go as a family, for example, in my family, my sister is not really into badminton. So if we were kids and we would go to an event, probably if it was just a cool event, she would just like to go to just experience the whole thing, but not especially watch badminton for 5 hours.
Yeah.
So it's more interesting for more people, I think.
Yeah, if I think about when I've gone to see like the baseball in America or something, to go see the Dodgers or something, then I pretty much remember the food and the sunshine and just like the crowd and the atmosphere. I don't really remember much about the baseball at all.
Yeah.
I was just there for a good time. And
But
I
those
think
baseball
so many
matches
people,
are different.
yeah, they're long and boring. But you get to sit in the sun with a burger and a beer and have a good time. And I think that's what sport is to so many people.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Just a little update from the semifinal. Christo is now heading into a third game.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
This is so
Fingers
live.
crossed.
People really know the exact moment that we're recording this week.
Yes. I think it will be published on Sunday. So yeah, we're a little behind, but we just keep track.
Christo will play the final then. No problem.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think Marvin, you have to leave, I think.
Yeah, but maybe speaking about changes and family and all this stuff, maybe I drop some news here because my wife is pregnant.
Oh, congratulations. I genuinely didn't know. I'm genuinely hearing this for the first time right now. That's so cool.
Same.
Yeah, true. Not too many people know yet, actually. And I thought I'd drop it here.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Super
And it will
cool.
get
Congratulations,
even
guys.
better because it's not just one, but two childs.
No!
Yeah, we're expecting twins.
Oh, Marvin, that's so cool. What's the due date?
Huge.
2nd of December, but twins normally come a little earlier, so.
Early, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Crazy.
You're going to be a busy man.
True. Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Oh, wow.
Do you have twins in the family?
Not at all, no.
No?
Complete coincidence.
Man. I'll pass you Jan Jorgensen's number and you guys can have a discussion. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah, perfect.
He said that him and his wife were expecting twins, and then like his cousin within like 6 weeks were also expecting twins, and then he also found out that one of his friends expecting twins. So I think there was like something in the water around that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's so cool. That's amazing. I'm super happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Wow, that's actually
it's
crazy.
It's going to be really nice, and we're really looking forward to it. But of course, like everybody knows, it's going to be also a lot of work and a lot of sleepless nights and all this stuff. But nevertheless, we're very excited.
You can call up the ShuttleSquad and we'll be there to sing some lullabies. Don't worry.
Oh, that's cool.
Through the phone.
Yeah, nice.
Well, Christo won't because he'll be playing a semi-final. But
yeah, of course not. He's skipping like always.
Oh, wow. Amazing. So Marvin making sure the next generation of badminton players is set in Germany. Yeah. Perfect. Now Isabel Lohau's son has some
playing
partners to play with. Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Wow.
We will actually meet
news.
her. Yeah, we will meet her Monday also, like to bond a little bit with the child.
Yeah.
of them, but mainly Felix, the child, that I also can practice now carrying and like how to handle
the
babies
first
and
tips.
stuff.
Yeah.
Support the head.
Yeah.
Support the head. Rule number 1, support
Yeah.
the head.
He can already lift his head on his own, so that's a good thing. But
Strong boy.
Yeah.
Wow. Marvin, that's a whole new chapter.
yeah,
Oh my God.
sure.
Well, we can't talk about anything after that because that's the biggest thing that there
Yeah.
is. So we better
Kept the
end it
best
there.
for the end.
We
Yeah.
better end it
Yeah.
here.
Perfect.
Yes. I'll save some hot takes for next week. And
Nice.
guys, thanks for this episode. Marvin, thanks for the great news to end this podcast. And yeah, Christo, good luck. Wait, live score. Down 11-4.
Not over. If I know Christo like I think I know
fighting.
Christo. Yeah,
Keep fighting, my boy. Okay.
definitely.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Thanks. And talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.